Hello, we're going to go ahead and start making a data gathering form. I was thinking about arts and science of teaching, and it really lines up with number 31, providing students opportunities to talk about themselves, establishing rules and procedures, and understanding a student's background and interest. So what I've used these for in the past for data gathering is looking at how students would be in the classroom. So finding out what kind of things they enjoy doing, um, what kind of learning environment they prefer, just kind of getting to know them. So that fits really well with 31 and 39. For establishing rules and procedures, I'm thinking more along the lines of interacting with families, interacting with students, kind of coming up with those sorts of items. In particular, what I'm personally going to be working on, as I'm showing you, I'm going to be working on a parent survey form for when school starts, like on our quote unquote open house night. Student We always go through and try and gather information about parents and students. So I figured that this would be a good use of my time. If that is a good use of your time, go ahead and make a parent form. If it is not the best use of your time, make a form that makes sense for you. So first thing that we're going to do is right now you're already watching the video, so we're going to move on to step 2 and we're going to rename your form. So I go up here and it says untitled form. So I'm going to give this a new name, Open House 2020. And just by clicking down here, it will automatically change the name for you. And I could give it a description if I wanted to. Well, family information. So now go ahead if you would like to. You could stop the video and do that for step 2, or you can continue watching and I'll go on to the next step. All right, so our next step is adding questions. So we're going to add some questions to this form. You can see that I have an untitled question here. First thing that I want to do is I want to get the student's name. So I change it to a short answer because I want to be able to have families type in. You can also do paragraph if you want a longer answer, multiple choice, check boxes. You can see some of the different ones that are here. So student name. Actually, I'm going to make this student first name. And then I'm going to add a question. So in order to add another question, I go over here to this box, little plus, and I am going to do student last name. And I'm going to change that to short answer as well. It automatically did that. Now down here, it has it so I can make these required questions, which I'm going to do, so that families will have to answer these if they take the survey. Okay. Now, next one, I'm going to put family member name. Or better yet, name of family member completing survey. Okay, and again, that's a short answer. And I just keep on clicking on this. And next I might ask, how does your student go home? So for elementary students, it's always a big deal on how they get home, and we have to know. So it could be the bus, And to add another option, I just simply click, and I can say if they're a car rider, or I might do an other option as well. And oh, this one, I don't want it to say option 4 in there. So what I do is I just click this X and that will get rid of it. So I can go through and I can make these different questions to find out all kinds of information. So maybe, what do you feel is your student's best quality? So that I would make that maybe a paragraph so that they can write a paragraph about what they think is the best thing about their student. So give them a little bit of time to glow. So go ahead, take a second right now and stop the video and add some questions to your survey. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to design and kind of make it our own. So if you go over here to where the palette is, you click on the palette and you have some different options. So let's say that I want a picture at the top of it. So I can go ahead and I can choose image. There's images here that you can choose from. You can upload photos from your computer, or you can find a file and upload it as well. So I made a snip of my Bitmoji classroom, which I am going to use. And you just kind of center it up and we'll add that. And then I have a picture up here at the top. Another thing that you can do is you can change the color that you would like. Let's say that I wanted to do blue instead. If I don't like the color choices that they gave me, you can go down here, use this little slider, and pick a different color for your background. Let's say, for instance, I wanted like a dark green. I could do that and then get a dark green color. Then you have your background color. So that's this part that's back behind. So let's say I wanted that. And then you have a choice on your font style. So there's several different styles. I usually stay with basic just because it's easier to read. So that's all that I would need to do in order to kind of make this my own. So go ahead, take a second and make it your own, kind of play with it and see what you come up with.